Of taxi blockade in the Durban CBD. Angry drivers are apparently protesting the high price of petrol. For more on this, let's cross to our senior reporter, Dasen Thathiah. Good morning, Dasen. We understand that there is some sort of a protest or taxi drivers are picketing. Just give us more information on this.
Well, right now, the situation is such that traffic is not moving at all going into the Durban CBD as well as here where I'm standing now. This is Mgeni Road. I'll give you a sense of what's going on. You'll see these taxis that are now parked across the intersection. So just for context, the road that I'm on leads into the Durban CBD, and this comes from, you can join in here from the M4, for example. You can get here from some of the suburbs in the north, as well as those that are central like Morningside and Musgrave. And these taxis have been parked here since the early hours of the morning. We're told that it started at around 7 o'clock this morning, and there's absolutely no movement now. Some of the reports that are coming in is that there's a similar situation closer to the CBD. And the issue, it seems, and although this is unconfirmed by the taxi drivers and the taxi owners that are involved, but this is coming from the Metro Police who I spoke to earlier, the issue seems to be around the impounding of vehicles, around Operation Chanela, which is coordinated by the provincial Transport Department. So the Metro Police saying that from the drivers that they had engaged with, this seems to be one of the issues, that they don't want their vehicles impounded. They don't want any type of enforcement. I'm talking about fines and anything else relating to the taxi industry. The police have arrived. They are gathered here. They're now strategizing. From what I can see, they're trying to figure out a way forward, whether they need to be moving these vehicles, whether they will be negotiating with the drivers that are here. But some senior police officers are also yet to arrive, and then those decisions will be made. But for now, the indication is that these taxi drivers that are here will not be moving their vehicles until their demands are met.
When you just gave the context about the road, clearly this was deliberate and strategic because it's an important road. But on the part of them not wanting to be impounded, surely that's a demand that would not be acceded to, because the only way you don't get impounded is if you actually abide by the law. Have you been able to speak to the police officers there to find out exactly if indeed that is their request, or it's more than just that?
Well, I did engage with some of the officers that were around here, and I spoke to the Metro Police officially, and they said that what they will be doing for now is first trying to engage, but at the same time I also spoke to the Provincial Transport Department, because remember, if according to those police officers this issue seems to lie with that particular Operation Chanela, which is responsible for enforcement around taxis and how they operate, then they would be the ones that need to give a response. And the Provincial Transport Department at this point saying that they will be looking into it to find out exactly what had gone wrong, or whether there was any type of correspondence that was sent to them from these drivers. But this isn't the first time we've seen such protests taking place previously, and this normally comes on the back of when there are operations that deal with enforcement, when there are vehicles that are impounded. And we have been seeing those reports recently. I think it was about a few months ago that about 64 taxis were impounded down south. There obviously have been operations ongoing, and it's not just with the provincial authorities, but also with the Metro Police and the SAPS as well. So this is an ongoing thing. And as you rightfully mentioned, this is a normal course of how enforcement works in the country. When there is any type of contravention of traffic laws that is found, then these things happen. So it'll be very interesting to see how the process is managed. But what I can say for now is that it is causing a huge inconvenience, because traffic here normally at this time should be free-flowing. It should be quite a number of people trying to get into the CBD, but that's not happening right now.
All right, Dasen, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you very much for that update. That's reporter Dasen Thathiah in KZN for us. Now, still on